Welcome back, everybody. So in this video, I wanted to make a personal review on the Toniebox. Now, the reason why I'm making this is because when I wanted to look into this for my kiddos, I wasn't sure if I wanted to purchase it because it is, a little bit on the spendier side, not too bad, but still. And I wasn't sure if my kids would actually interact with it, really like it, or if they would just kind of push it aside after having it for a few days. But I've noticed that it's actually quite handy. Now, I'll say the pros and cons of it, but I do have to say I think there's more pros than cons. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go for it because it looks really fun. Now, I say that because when I was a kid around the 90s, I had this. The whole Disney cassette collection where you would grab a book, put in the cassette, and read along, follow along as you heard the story. And me, myself, I really enjoyed it. And so that's what got me into looking into these because I was like, is it similar to that? I loved it. I wanted them to have something like that. Do you guys remember the whole follow along and when you hear the chime like this? Super stinking fun. I loved it. I still have it. It's in storage, but obviously I don't really think I have a cassette player. And I don't want my kids to, interact with it because it's old. I ended up buying the kids, my boys, one. This is the one that I got for my boys. Now, the con that I will say about it, oh, there we go. So it's just the gray one. Very simple, very plain. So this is where you charge it and the battery life will last quite some time. Honestly, I don't have to charge it that often and they use it a lot, and then especially during nighttime. And then here, since it's portable, you can also have headphones inserted. It's easy to handle. If you want to skip forward, you just tilt it. If you want to rewind, you just tilt it the other way. And then this is for loud, this is for volume down. So they just press it, it turns on, and the other thing is it turns off by itself. So you don't really have to worry about that. What if it's forgotten and it's just letting it go? It's okay, it'll automatically turn off by itself. Now the issue was that when my boys got theirs and I set it up, because setup is so easy and everything, you just have to download the app, follow the instructions, and it's really stinking easy to have it all ready to go. And then on the app, and I'll show you guys too what it looks like. It's organized, so you'll see their Tonieboxes and then you'll see what collection we have. There's some free downloads available and just a lot of perks on that. But I like that you're able to see and have it all organized. But back to the con, they got it and I set it up. It wouldn't turn on. It wouldn't turn on. And so the only way it would function is it was when it was still on the charging station. And that's the only way they would be able to interact with it. And I was like, oh, well, that's a fail because you're supposed to be able to take it anywhere after it's done charging. So I went onto their website, followed their instructions as to, hey, this is happening, okay, what to do. And so I followed everything and it just still wasn't budging. So I contacted customer support through email. They were like, hey, no problem, we'll just send you a new one. Great. They sent me a new one. They sent in a gift, which I have it stored away for one of my kiddos. I don't know if it was sorry this happened, or if it was a gift because his special day is coming up, but I kept it. And all I had to do was return the old one back, and FedEx took care of it. Didn't have to pay anything. So I love that. So there was a con, but there was a much bigger pro that came with it. So I set up their new Toniebox, and this one has not been a problem. And it's exactly the same one that they've had. Oops. I accidentally turned it on. The other one that I got my baby girl one of her own. Now this isn't the way that it came. This is the color, the original color all around. But I thought it was a very bright pink, and so I ordered this little cover off of Etsy. and I think it fits the aesthetic of her room a lot better. Very easy to install. Didn't have a problem there. The Tonies that I bought her, since I got a bundle, it came with this one. This one was already a free little Tony. It has children's songs on it, but we really don't play this one. The ones that I got her mainly were these two right here. It has classical music, and this is what we play during bedtime. And then this one right here, this one has lullabies. Hers, yes, mainly it's used whenever I have to put her down for her nap, or at the end of the day when it's nighttime, I'll put those on, and I feel like it does help her out, so love it. For my boys, since it's combined, they have obviously their Tony collection is a lot more. For them, I just ended up getting a black display stand from Amazon, and then I just have it there, put magnetic strips on it so they would attach easily, and that's what they have. With baby girl, I'll put the video down below. I ended up getting a wooden box from Hobby Lobby, and then all I did was customize it to look like a little dollhouse. And I feel like as she gets older and then she'll have more of a collection, she'll kind of play with it that way as well, is what I'm hoping for. Now, the boys' collection. So, again, they got this little puppy. So this one, I gifted it to my soon-to-be 5-year-old. And he loves it. It's just filled with children's songs. The Spider-Man one. But mind you, both my 7-year-old and my soon-to-be 5-year-old enjoy them because they love listening to the stories and the fun songs. He also ended up getting Miles. And then this one right here is also children's songs. The ones that I just showed, packed with stories, packed with different songs that they both enjoy very much, but definitely more for like the younger kiddos. But like I said, my 7-year-old loves it too. I catch my youngest one singing along to some of these songs, and it's fun. They love it. For my oldest one, Batman one, same thing. It'll have like stories, and what they do is if they're not playing with them during the daytime, they for sure will put it during the night. So as soon as bedtime comes around and they're tucked in, my oldest and my youngest will take turns as to which one they're going to put on. More of the quiet ones, not the ones that have more of like upbeat music because they're trying to go to sleep. So they'll put ones that have stories, and after that Tony is over, completely over, by that time, most of the time, my soon-to-be 5-year-old is asleep. But my oldest is not. And so he knows that after that Tony's done, he has to go and put this Tony. This one right here. So this one's white noise, and he requested white noise. 2 hours of just white noise, and then it'll turn off. So you can see the battery life definitely goes on for quite some time. Other ones that my 7-year-old has is this one. He likes to learn about like National Geographic, animals and such, nature. And so this is what this one's about. This one right here. He loves sharing facts with us about penguins and just any sort of animal. Price range. This is what I was hesitant about, but this is the loophole that I found, is shop for bundles. You get a better deal when you get a bundle. The more bigger the bundle is, the more discounts you get. So there's that. That's what I did. And then I think I got it around the time of the holidays, so they had some deals going on. This is directly from their website where I got this deal, but Tonies are also available on Amazon and Target for sure. I'm not sure if Walmart carries them. Always check for like the Prime deals, the holidays, any sort of deal going on, discount, or the website itself, the actual company. And I think that's where you'll save yourself some money. But I think they're definitely worth it, just because my boys will also play with the figurines. Figure that they get to collect, but also get to play with. And so here's the magnet at the very bottom, and that's what is like, has the memory of the stories and the music. So I think it's a really great gift, because the little Tonies itself, it depends on which ones you get. It'll range from anywhere from like 12 to like 20 bucks depending, because there's different kinds, but it's worth it. And this video is not sponsored whatsoever by them. This is just a mom that would love to share this info with any other parents out there that are curious about them, but they're also hesitant as to like, should I make this large purchase? Like I said, I see a lot of what I grew up with in these Tonieboxes. Take away a little bit of some screen time every now and then, and I think it's worth it. Use when it comes to just listening every day. If we were to take any trips in the near future, it would be great for travel, so they can play their songs and be in the back seat and doing that. Nap time for sure, sleep schedule, that helps. Obviously made for kids, so they're soft, but obviously this is like a extra protective layer in case they get little like Cheeto fingerprints on it. Easy for kids to handle, and sometimes they're clumsy and there goes the box and it tumbles around, but it's fine. It works just fine. I haven't had an issue with it yet, but we obviously try to teach them, you know, to take care of their stuff. That's my honest review. Now, I have heard that there's another device called Yodo, I believe, and it has cards and, you know, it's a whole different thing. I personally, I don't know, I haven't tested that one out, but personally, I feel like my kids like the figurines a lot more. And I think if I were to give them cards, they'd lose them. Obviously, they're probably not as expensive as these figures, but the cards are just not as attractive to them. My honest review, if you guys are thinking about getting these for your kids, I say go for it. That's just my experience with these boxes, these little toys for them. And I think you won't be disappointed and your kids will love them.